Welcome to Sober Barkeep. I'm Brian Anderson, coming to you from Anderson's Guitar Bar, lovely Link City, Texas. Got a really interesting product today. This is called Meshil. This is out of South Korea. This is organic Korean plum extract. Interesting. It's made as a mixer, and it's actually fermented for 3 years. So it's kind of got a interest, but it is non-alcoholic. It's completely non-alcoholic, um, and uh, and they sent me this, and I wanted to take a look at it. And you know, I don't do a whole lot of mixers, but I do some. And I thought this would be an interesting one to take a look at because it's from South Korea, one thing, and they're willing to send me something for South Korea. I'm going to take a look at it. And number two, it just sounds interesting. Korean plum extract. So first off, it's very opaque, very aromatic. Um, you do get kind of a spirit, a non-alcoholic spirit kind of aroma out of it. So it's not just like plum extract. You expect something very intense, but you'd also expect it just to be kind of a fruity thing. This has got more in it than just fruit, and I don't know how to describe it other than that. On its own, the intensity of this thing is woo. It's got a really nice amount of acidity to it. It's sweet. Not gonna, and that plays into how you want to mix this thing. Um, but it's got an incredibly complex flavor to it. You got obviously plum in there, but I'm getting almost some citrus back, and maybe that's just the acidity in it. But it's got a really bright, because plum a lot of times can be kind of cloy, especially some of these intense, when they really do uh, the plum juice or some of those kind of things. They can get almost just sickly sweet. This has definitely got sweetness in it, but it's also got this acidity to it that gives it a great backbone for mixing stuff. I've had this for quite a while, and I've played with this thing. Tried it with gin. It's great. Uh, I've tried it with several different of the bitters, and it really just adds some complexities to any kind of a fruit based cocktail that you want to go with. You can really play with this, and I have. And what I'm going to do with it here is just based on kind of my preference, if you will, and what I ended up liking the best when I played with this. Now, when you're mixing with this, because it is so intense, you got to be careful with how much you put in there because it can overpower. Now, I'm not saying that is a bad thing. Um, it's great because it's got a punch to it. It's got an absolute, complete, and total punch to it. So I'm just doing a standard highball glass here. I'm going to do just a little bit shy of a half a shot of this that I'm willing to put in here. And you can see it's kind of syrupy in its texture and intensity, which gives it a great mouthfeel, and also gives it it can add some body to a cocktail as well. I'm going to go with some Tennyson Black Ginger because this I just ended up loving how this turned out when I started playing with this. Tennyson Black Ginger kind of got that orange feel to it a little bit, just really intense. I'm going to put some lime in here. I'm going to put just the juice of half of a very small lime because even though it has that acidity to it, this kind of cuts the sweetness down a little bit more. And, to me, I don't like an overly sweet drink, which is kind of weird that I kind of have been drawn to this thing. I am going to put a little bit of all the bitter orange bitter. I'm going to just do standard 3 dashes of that. Just to kind of give it, again, I'm not fighting the sweetness, but because it is so sweet, you've got to be careful with it. And then I'm just going to top it off with some sparkling soda water to kind of give it a little bit of fizz. And it's kind of got some dryness to it, again, to kind of tame a little bit of the sweetness. So, Meshil plum extract, oh man, that just smells good. And that is one tasty cocktail right there. Wow. Just the marrying of all these flavors. It's got so much going on. It's truly a sipping cocktail. It's fantastic. I love it. This, I'm going to give this product. You know, it's hard to rate this because I don't rate it, but I'm going to give this a 4.5 just because I love it. I absolutely, and a bottle this size probably lasts you a while because you saw what I put in there, just a little bit shy of a half shot of this thing, and it just really punches your flavor up. So if you're looking for something kind of deep, with a lot of complexity to it, you could put this, actually, you put this just in sparkling water, and I think it would just make a fantastic drink. You know, I haven't even tried that. I'm going to do that. All right, from Sober Barkeep, Meshil, plum extract, organic plum extract from South Korea. Sober Barkeep, live well and drink smart.